What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good old Commander Sparks here. Now, I know. What I want to start off by saying is this is a Destiny video and I have gameplay of The Division. I apologize. When I got home, I wanted to make this video and I realized, or I should say I forgot, that the Destiny servers are down for maintenance. So I am going with what footage I have. But this will be a Destiny video. I do apologize. I was going to try and get some footage, but like I said, these servers are doing some maintenance today. So as you can see, the topic of this video is Destiny, or I should say Bungie, wants to know why you are not playing Destiny. I was on the internet last night and I saw they came out with an article that said Bungie has released a questionnaire asking players why they are not playing Destiny and if they would return to Destiny. So I thought I would do kind of a video to explain my personal opinions on, you know, why A, they're coming out with this questionnaire at the timing that they are, and B, kind of my thoughts and opinions on why players, or in me in general, have not been playing Destiny all that much anymore. As always, please remember that these are my opinions, and they may differ from yours, but that's completely fine, ladies and gentlemen. So first things first, I'm going to pop up the questionnaire, and we're going to kind of read over it together, and then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on it. Okay, so question number 1. Why haven't you been playing Destiny lately? Please check all that apply. So the first thing says, I don't have anyone to play with, I've run out of things to do, endgame content, Nightfall Heroic Raid is too challenging, my contact with other players has been unenjoyable, I don't like recent changes made to the game, I don't have enough time to play, new games came out that I'd rather play, I don't own the Taken King, I don't like PvP, I don't have access to a console or Xbox Live / PlayStation Network, too much repetition or too much grinding, and something else not on this list. And then the question number 2 says, how likely are you to play Destiny again in the future? And your choices are not at all likely, somewhat likely, and very likely. And of course, any comments down below. Alright, so let me give my thoughts and opinions on this. So very recently, Bungie has actually named a new CEO of the company. The hire was within the company already, and the guy who was hired is someone who has worked on Bungie and has been kind of hands-on with the project, so he kind of knows the ins and outs of the game and all that stuff. Now, I think the timing of this questionnaire is a little funny, and the reason I say that is because since he has recently, very recently, been the new CEO, or named the new CEO, I think because he is a hands-on person, I think they wanted to issue this questionnaire because they want to know why people are not playing. Now, here's my opinion on why people are not playing Destiny. First off, before I even start saying that, I do want to say that I have not played the game as much as some people. I will admit that, but I definitely have not, done my fair share of playing the game in general. So why do I think that people are not playing the game? Well, for one, I think the wear and the shine of the Taken King has kind of worn off, and people are wanting more content. They want something else to play. And they really haven't had anything big since the Taken King. They keep coming out with these little small events, but they're really kind of just like filler events, and people want something big. They want something, to dive into again and have a reason to get back on Destiny. And I have to admit, I have 3 level 40 characters, and they're all able to do the raid. I've done the raid twice in my whole entire time. I've done the raid twice. And I plan on doing it more, but I just feel like they need to make the game more accessible to more people. You have a lot of people who maybe can't play the game with friends, and they'd like to solo the game themselves, and I think they're losing players in that respect because there is no matchmaking for these endgame content to where you can get the best gear by doing the raid. And with that being said, I think one thing that they really need to do is they need to make it to where there is matchmaking for the raid, for the endgame content, to have more people come back, be able to play it, and for the matchmaking, what I think they should do is they should have a filter to where, if someone has not played the raid as much as someone, well, they can have a beginner filter that they can put in, and, they'll be matched with people who are not maybe as familiar with the raid. Or if they've done it a couple times, they could do an intermediate filter. And obviously, if they've done it more, they can do like a, advanced or expert filter to where, you know the ins and outs of the raid. You're going to get paired with people who know the ins and outs of the raid. So, people won't feel less inclined to not do the raid because they feel embarrassed because they haven't played it enough. And as well, maybe they could have a system to where experienced players or intermediate players can also help the people who don't really know the raid all that well. So basically helping them carry them through the raid. And I think another big reason why people are not playing Destiny is because the shine of the Taken King has worn off. People have played the ever-loving shit out of the strikes, out of the raids, all that stuff, and they don't feel like there's anything left for them to do. And what you have to realize is that when they come out with another big expansion like the Taken King, what happened? Well, all the gear that you've accrued, by doing that stuff is basically made obsolete once you put on the new expansion pack's gear. So I think that might be a reason why some people might be hesitant to jump back into the game, because they know if they just come out with a big expansion, well, guess what? I can just go get the gear and I don't even have to continue to run the raid and stuff like that. I mean, it's something that they really need to work on. I think they need to have more content and it needs to come out more frequently. There's a fine line between, the gamer sitting there wanting something instantaneously and then them pushing out something that's of quality content. I'm all for quality content, but they need to be more forthright in talking to the community about this stuff and not being, quiet about it and coming out and say, okay guys, well, we are working on an expansion pack, or we are doing such and such, or we are working on Destiny 2. And that's the thing, man. With Destiny 1, it really feels like this game was just a beta. Like it was just a big, long, testing phase. And I feel like they're gonna hopefully, I really hope that they're gonna nail Destiny 2 with, having feedback from people and saying what they want in Destiny 2 and just making it a more open-ended game. They really need to nail Destiny 2 and make it a more open-ended game, a more user-accessible game, and for the love of God, please make it to where you can play with more than 3 people through a majority of the content. I can't tell you how many times we were playing Destiny and we would have a 4th and we couldn't play with them because we already had a full party. I know it sounds like I'm really ragging on the game. I really do enjoy the game. I just feel like right now it's at a low point. They're coming out with this questionnaire because they want to have people, give their thoughts and opinions on why they are not playing the game. And I really hope that this game takes a turn here and gets some players back, because I think it is a fun game. I just really think that they need to hunker down and they need to come out with some new stuff, some new ideas. Just mix things up, man. Make it different, make it fun again. Because right now it's just at a low and it's just getting real kind of repetitive. But that's just really honestly my thoughts and opinions. Like I said, you guys may beg to differ with me on how I feel about it, but that's perfectly fine. And I really encourage you to write down in the comments why maybe you think it is that people aren't playing Destiny, or why it is you personally are not playing Destiny anymore. Anyway, end rant, you know what I'm saying? I apologize. I just get a little fiery. When you like a game, you kind of want the best for it, and that I feel like that's just me in this instance. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please leave a like, it really helps me out. I really do appreciate it as well. Join the discussion down below in the comments, like I said, and consider subscribing if you like this kind of content. I really do appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, this is good old Commander Sparks signing out. Have a good one, everybody.